In a world where tradition often dictates who you love, there's one African country turning that idea on its head. Here, it's not unusual to hear women say, "I'm looking for love beyond our borders." Welcome to Sierra Leone, a place where emerald mountains kiss the clouds, where golden beaches stretch into eternity, and where women are rewriting the rules of romance. But why? Why here, of all places? Are women seeking foreign love more openly than anywhere else in Africa? Some say it's hope. Others whisper of survival. But what no one expected was this. Behind this modern phenomenon lies a story of resilience, beauty, and a past that still breathes through every wave, every smile, every choice. And it all starts in a tiny village with a secret the world is only just beginning to notice. Sierra Leone isn't just a name on a map. It's a living, breathing rhythm of waves crashing, of drums echoing, of voices daring to dream louder. Here, history isn't buried, it walks beside you. In colonial streets, in jungle paths, in eyes that carry centuries. And amidst this vibrant chaos, a quiet revolution is unfolding. Women bold, educated, fearless are stepping beyond cultural expectations to search for something deeper, freer, global. What drives them, what stories lie beneath their smiles, their choices, their heartbreaks and hopes. In this journey, we won't just explore the breathtaking lands of Sierra Leone. We'll uncover a narrative that challenges stereotypes and celebrates a kind of love that crosses oceans. Welcome to the Global Trail, where we blaze paths across our world. Let's begin. Freetown, the city of contrasts. It begins in Freetown, Sierra Leone's beating heart. A city where colonial ruins whisper to glass towers, where barefoot children play beneath billboards of digital futures. This is a place of dualities, of scars and beauty, of survival and ambition. Walk through the bustling markets, and you'll hear it, languages blending, laughter bubbling, a constant symphony of movement. But beneath the rhythm, another story pulses quietly. Foreigners treat you differently, says Mariama, a 26-year-old vendor with fierce eyes and a soft smile. They listen, they respect. She's not alone. In Freetown's cafes and internet lounges, more and more women are looking beyond the city's hills to Europe, to America, to love unbound by borders. Some search through dating apps, others through NGOs and international work programs. It's not about wealth. Many insist it's about freedom, says Aminata. A nurse, freedom to choose, to grow, to love without shame. Yet the choice isn't without cost. Families question, communities judge. But these women walk anyway, boldly, barefoot, beautifully towards something they've only ever glimpsed in dreams. And still, Freetown smiles. Along Lumley Beach, lovers local and foreign stroll beneath pink sunsets, their fingers entwined. The city, chaotic and kind, holds their stories like secrets in the sand. Yet the greatest surprise lay just beyond the trail, on an island where the past still lingers and shapes the love stories of today. Bunce Island, scars of history, dreams of future. Just a short boat ride from Freetown lies Bunce Island, silent, overgrown, and soaked in memory. Centuries ago, this island was a central hub of the transatlantic slave trade. Thousands of lives were torn from its shores. bound for unknown lands and uncertain fates. Today, only the ruins remain, moss-covered walls, crumbling gates, stone paths etched with grief. But here's the twist. Bunce Island is no longer just a site of sorrow. It's becoming a place of connection, of reclamation. Some of Sierra Leone's women say they come here not only to mourn the past, but to imagine a different kind of journey, one they choose themselves. It reminds me that I'm strong, says Fatmata, a university student tracing her fingers along a broken wall. My ancestors had no choice. I do. And so, love, especially love that spans cultures, is seen by some as an act of defiance, a healing, a homecoming. Foreign men, many of African descent, have returned here seeking their roots, and some have found more than history. They've found partners. It's complex. Not everyone approves. But in the quiet of Bunce Island, among the ghostly stones and birdsong, something tender is blooming, a future shaped by choice, not chains. Yet the journey doesn't stop here, deeper inland, where the jungle thickens and the rivers slow. Another secret waits wild, untouched, and alive with new possibilities. Tiwai Island, harmony with nature, and hope. In the stillness of the forest, the boldest dreams begin to speak. Tiwai Island, tucked deep along the Moa River, is nothing like Freetown's frenzy. Here, the air is thick with birdsong and mist, the canopy so dense it swallows time. It feels like a place untouched by the outside world. And yet, ironically, it's where some of Sierra Leone's most daring connections to that world are forming. Among the researchers, conservationists, and eco-volunteers who visit, love sometimes grows slowly, like roots beneath damp earth. And women from nearby villages have noticed. We used to fear outsiders, says Haja, a school teacher whose village neighbors the island. Now, some of us welcome them, some even fall in love. Not because of fantasy, not because of fairy tales, but because shared work, shared silence, shared wonder create something real. Tiwai isn't a dating hotspot. It's a mirror showing how two worlds, one wild, one wired, can coexist, can learn, can care, and for a few women. These chance encounters evolve into more. Letters turn into calls, calls into visits, then into choices to stay, to leave, or to build something in between. It's not easy. Internet is patchy. Distance is hard. But in Tiwai's quiet strength, they find resilience. One couple now funds a scholarship program for local girls. Another teaches conservation to new tourists. The jungle, once a place of isolation, is becoming a cradle of hope. And hope, as we're about to see, rides the waves and dances in the sand. Tokeh Beach, where sea meets soul. Not all love stories start with a spark. Some begin with a sunset. At Tokeh Beach, the Atlantic kisses the shore with a rhythm that soothes the spirit. Golden sands stretch endlessly, framed by swaying palms and distant hills painted in late afternoon light. Here, time slows, and in this stillness, something unexpected often stirs connection. Locals say it's the most romantic place in Sierra Leone, where the sea isn't just a backdrop, but a witness. Foreigners come to surf, to swim, to forget. But some end up finding what they never knew they were looking for. I'm working on a volunteer, says Katie, smiling shyly. He stayed longer than planned. And now, this is our beach. It's not just about attraction. It's about shared mornings collecting shells, shared laughter at oceanfront cafes, and whispered dreams beneath stars brighter than city lights ever allow. Some women here say the beach gives them courage to speak in English, to flirt, to hope. And some foreign men say it teaches them to listen, to slow down. Tokeh has become a soft middle ground, where pasts are set down like baggage in the sand, where neither side needs to change, but both begin to understand. And as waves erase yesterday's footprints, new stories are written quiet, sincere, profound. But the tide keeps moving, and if you follow it further, across the sea and into the traditions of Sierra Leone's remote communities, you'll find that even the quietest places can hold the loudest lessons on love. Sherbro and Kenema community, connection, and courage. Sometimes, the bravest journey isn't leaving home, it's inviting the world into it. On Sherbro Island, time doesn't rush. Fishermen mend nets under the sun. Women sell fresh mangoes with songs on their lips. Children chase crabs down empty beaches. And yet, even in this quiet place, change is arriving on boats, in conversations, in the hearts of its daughters. Sia, 31, once dreamed of escaping, but she stayed. And when she fell in love with a Danish traveler, she brought the world here instead of leaving. Now, she runs a guest house where guests learn to cook cassava, paddle local canoes, and listen. Love doesn't always mean going far. She says, sometimes it means helping someone see your world through your eyes. In Kenema, far inland and full of color, community means everything. And it's here that some of the most courageous choices are made. Mariatu, a young teacher, faced criticism for marrying a British aid worker. But her neighbors watched. They saw his respect, his willingness to eat with his hands, to dance at local weddings. And slowly, the questions faded, the smiles returned. Now, the couple funds a community garden and tutors girls on weekends. What began as whispers of scandal has grown into a symbol of shared progress. Because sometimes, love isn't just personal, it's transformative. It redefines identity, challenges fear, and plants new roots in old soil. And as Sierra Leone continues to evolve, its women aren't just following trails, they're blazing them. Sierra Leone may be a land of beaches, jungles, and mountains, but its most powerful landscape is its people. In a world where women are often told to wait, to settle, to stay quiet, the women of Sierra Leone are choosing something different. They're not just seeking love, they're redefining it. Not as surrender, but as agency. Not as escape, but as expansion. From the lively streets of Freetown to the silent ruins of Bunce Island. From jungle islands to sun-drenched villages. They're showing that the heart has no borders. Some love stories cross oceans, others are written in sand. But the ones here, bold, complex, beautiful, remind us that connection is the truest form of resistance. So what can we take from this? Maybe it's time to stop asking why these women look abroad for love and start asking what they're teaching us about courage, choice, and the freedom to define your own path. Because in Sierra Leone, love isn't waiting behind closed doors. It's walking barefoot through markets. It's paddling across rivers. It's rising like the sun over Tokeh Beach, warm, unapologetic, and free. So, Would you blaze this trail with us? Type adventure below if this story moved you. Or tell us, where should the global trail head next? What hidden corner of the world are you most curious to explore? We read every comment because each of you is part of this journey, this movement to see, feel, and understand the world, one path at a time. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. There are more untold stories, more trails waiting to be walked. Thanks for journeying with the Global Trail. See you on the next trail.